Hello, welcome to another, I suppose you could consider this another monthly stream. Technically, I already streamed this May, but I was late to stream. So really, this is the real May stream, you know? Anyway, as you can tell by the title and screen and everything, I'm just going to be editing a Cinemare video, Princess Spike to be specific. I don't know how much progress I'll make here and now. You can even see here, I don't know how long this video is going to be yet, but it's probably going to be a longer one. So that's why I thought I'd spend some time hanging out with you guys. Consider this like a Q&A if you'd like to ask a question, whether it's just a random question or about video editing specifically, it doesn't matter. But feel free to tag me. You do like @LittleShyFIM. It'll be highlighted for me. I'll be able to see it more easily. Yep, I see everyone rolling in now. Hello everyone, welcome. Once again, in case you missed my intro, I guess you could call it. It's just a random stream. I'm going to be editing for a little while. But yes, hello everyone. Welcome.
So that's also not Spike's fault.
Alright, so as you can see, I'm up to Sin 22, 23-ish here. Actually, oh yeah, so I gotta, first things first, I gotta edit the Sin counter to say 23. Let's do that now. As I joked about in the description, this is how the sausages are made. You're finding out all the secrets of video editing. Why did I take the kids magma? I don't know what you mean. Sounds like a quote or something. Where am I next? Sin 24. I have my script on a different screen, so if I go quiet, I'm probably reading that or copying and pasting. Alright, so all this is a matter of, you know, I have a time code. Actually, I can show you my script. I have a time code, I have the Sin numbers and the script itself and notes and such. So all I gotta do is for Sin 24, look up the time code. It's confusing because I gotta type in hours, so 0 hours, 15 minutes, 04 seconds, and then, wait, did I do that wrong already? No, so the Sin is, oh yeah, this is actually a good animation error. The tree, can you see my mouse? The bottom, whoops, what, just knocked something over. The stump of the tree totally disappears right there. That's the sort of little animation error I love finding. I don't think anyone's pointed out in the wiki yet, so. Anyway, some questions. What am I using to edit? This is Adobe Premiere. I also use After Effects, Photoshop, all that. Thank you very much, Blazebone. And also, Icy Fox asks if I speak any other languages. I don't. Oh wow, I'm gonna be here all day. It's a lot of questions. Thanks guys. No, I don't hate Spike. Haunt Dusk Dawn. I like Spike. I just don't like his episodes. And welcome, Caleb, to your first live stream at all, or first live stream here. Either way, welcome. And Amaraki, I think I said that wrong, but my favorite. Which episode of Cinemare took the longest? Easily the movies, you know, like Quest Your Girls or the MLP movie, just because of their length. They get pretty tedious, as you're about to find out. So alright, so for this for example, I gotta isolate where I want with in and out points here where my mouse is, and I can click and drag that right on the timeline. As you can see though, the clip I got is like a couple seconds long. Somehow I gotta make it this length. Like this clip right here, I'm gonna talk as if you guys are all new to editing, but this clip right here is the audio clip. The Sin specifically. So I can stretch this out. I'm gonna separate the audio and video and delete the audio, otherwise it sounds like this.
Bottom of this tree disappears.
Actually, that's not too bad. I could almost leave that in, but whatever.
The bottom of this tree disappears.
Another trick I can try doing is frame interpolation, because it's like slow motion. Let's see how that looks.
The bottom of this tree.
Oh yeah, it's pretty odd looking. Look at that. I don't want that. I'm just gonna make it a slideshow. All right, some more questions. How long from Sniper Shy? How long does it usually take to edit these? A few hours spread across a couple days. It's hard to say exactly. I'm sorry, I can't say your name, but how do I find every little animation error? I just watch it over and over and over.
The bottom of this tree.
All right, so I'm gonna have this zoom in on the bottom of the tree. And once again, Caleb, oh, first live stream at all. Wow, it's an honor. Thanks for choosing me. Pink. Oh yeah, hello, Pink-a-Pet. I'm used to streaming with friends. I have a live stream channel. Here's a self plug, the Little Shy live stream channel. We talk about episodes. I'm not used to having this many people in chat to respond to. Also, I have a secondary channel I sometimes stream to as well. So yeah, in case you haven't heard before, these streams I'm doing on the main channel right now is kind of like a once a month thing. But because I skipped a month, that's why I'm doing 2 streams this month. But ADO3 asks if I'm doing any more pony history videos. I would like to, so hopefully. I don't have anything in the works right now though, but I would like to.
The bottom of this tree disappears.
That's gonna be hard to zoom in on this properly, isn't it? Maybe I'll just leave this one zoomed in. Let's delete my keyframes here. Adjust the position a bit. It's gonna be, because look, it's like below the overlay.
The bottom of this tree disappears.
Oh man, this is gonna be a hard one to convey. Why did I have to start streaming on a hard one? Anyway, back to questions. I can stall. My non-existent social life asked, how much do I have to watch an episode to get all the sins? I don't know. As few as like 5 times, or as many as like 15 to 20 times I'll watch an episode to track down the sins. Another Icy Fox asks, how long does it take to find a sin? Like a sin? Yeah, it could take a few viewings to catch something. Like this one, I'm pretty proud of this one. Again, it's the tree trunk is disappearing. It just pops out of existence. Right there. And I like these kind of sins, especially when, like, no one really else talks about them. I feel like maybe I'm the first to discover it, but probably not. I can't speak. I'm having a stroke. DJ Scratch doesn't help that your name is all weird numbers and letters, but they say they want to DJ in front of a massive crowd. That's exciting. You say, considering I've been in con panels and such, what should I expect up on stage? I don't know. I've kind of just faked it. You know, I didn't have to lead any panels, so I mostly just stayed quiet on the few panels I've been on. So I unfortunately I can't offer you any advice. I'm hitting the wrong button entirely here. That's what I wanted to do, to delete keyframes. All right, let's try zooming in a lot, and then just keeping it down at the bottom here.
The bottom of this tree disappears.
Okay, actually this could work. What I can do is I can use that, and then I can do a quick zoom in on
This
it.
tree.
So we'll have the zoom come into here, and if you look, I can keyframe out to here, zoom back out to 100%. But where's? Doesn't have to be 100%, I guess. I just want to get a good view of the tree at this keyframe. So we'll do something like this, and then it should quickly zoom in.
The bottom of this tree disappears.
Yeah, it kind of works. I don't like how the episode has a camera pan there. Anyway, back to more questions. There's a lot of questions. Thanks, guys. Again, Caleb says, love the content. Thanks for watching. Emmerich confirms, I don't hate Spike, but which is my absolute least favorite character from all of the franchise. Does Brad count? Flash Sentry? Probably not. I don't know. I don't really know if I have a least favorite. It's hard to say, because I could like talk at length about any number of characters. Like Starlight Glimmer, I used to dislike her, but now I like her, and you know, that's something I could spend an hour talking about. But also, who else is there? No, I don't really have any super disliked characters. Not even Spike. I like Spike. Sniper Shy, you want to know about mobile editing? I don't even know if that's a thing. They probably exist, but I don't even think that's a thing, so I can't help you there. Enderwolf wants some of my thoughts on Season 9. So far, it's pretty good. It's not great. There were some episodes I didn't care for a whole lot, but at worst, it's been mostly boring. It hasn't been, like, bad, like some of Season 8. Not all of Season 8. Season 8 has some good episodes, too. Your name just scrolled off screen, but you ask, why do I only make a video a month? That's just a comfortable schedule I set up. That way I can continue making videos for many years. If I was making videos every week, I'd be burned out in a month or two. I kind of was at one point. When I first started making these Sins videos, I was burned out really quickly. Anyway, should I take a break from questions so I can make some actual progress, or should I just continue on the questions? Because you've probably noticed I haven't done any editing, and it's been almost 10 minutes. Icy Foss says, a lot of people say I'm a copycat. Well, yeah, I am a copycat of Cinema Sins. For those who don't know, I actually kind of, sort of have Cinema Sins blessing. Not really, like, not official permission. I did this just randomly, my own thing. But I have talked to Cinema Sins on Twitter. He left a comment on one of my videos a long time ago. So it's not like, you know, if Cinema Sins didn't want me to make these videos, I wouldn't be making these videos, basically. Scooter2 asked if I have any pets. Yeah, I've had a lot of pets over the years. Currently a cat. My sister has some rabbits, stuff like that. Springy asks, how long does it take to make a PMV in After Effects? Oh, man. If it's a traditional PMV, you can just slap together some clips, like in Premiere. You don't even need After Effects. But if you want to do, like, fancy effects, After Effects is your program of choice, probably. Zaref asked, my closest friend? I don't know. Like, closest internet friend is probably Tootsie. I don't know if you've seen him in my videos or not, but I talk to him quite a bit. Icy Foss asked about my favorite background character. Come on. You're asking me for my favorite background character? You already know it's Derpy. All right, hold on. Here's a good test. What's my desktop? Oh, it's Luna. I was hoping it was going to be Derpy. Anyway, let's get this one sin done so I can say I did something during this stream.
The bottom of this tree disappears.
So I guess this will work.
Bottom of this tree disappears.
It's not ideal, but it shows the tree, zooms in on the stump disappearing. So yeah, that'll work. So now let's carry over a subtitle. It's going to copy. This is a pretty quick, simple sin. But it can be hard to like zoom in correctly and convey the sin because it goes by so quickly. That can be a challenge sometimes.
This tree disappears.
So I time it just right. Copy the ding sound. I'm gonna split the number subtitle or number text element, whatever you call them, and go ahead and make that 24. So I think that's done. That's the sin.
The bottom of this tree disappears.
Yeah, that works. That's all I need to do. A more complicated sin I want to show you I did earlier. Just watch this one. I like this one a lot.
But it's not like anything bad happened.
Do you think A, the episode ends here? B, something good happens? Or C, something bad happens?
Hold on. I made a mistake. Premiere just froze. I used a plugin on this layer, and it tends to freeze Premiere up. So unfortunately, I gotta force close it and start over. Anyway, that gives me a chance to go back to questions. Hojo, you forgot what you're going to say. How dare you? And if anybody from Adobe is watching, fix your software while I'm force closing it. Brony Twiley wants to know if I read any of the comics. I read like the first few. I actually have like the first, the very first comic, IDW comic, like on paper, and then the rest I got digitally, or not the rest. A few after that I got digitally. What else? Springy says thoughts on G5. I don't know about G5. I don't have high expectations, but like I'm not. It's not like guaranteed it's gonna be bad either. It's just gonna be. It's probably gonna be like Equestria Girls, so there will be fans of it, but I probably won't be one of them. That's just like an assumption. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll love it. And I have no idea why Premiere isn't loading. That was weird. Is it still in the background? I gotta force close again. I think it is. I gotta kill it. Die, Premiere, die. This is like standard procedure for Adobe products, by the way. Every few minutes I have to force close it. I don't know why. I hope they fix it. Alright. Yes, Magma, I'm reading this question because I could be editing for hours in my own time, but I'm streaming today, so I don't know. I don't stream very often, so I want to make the most of it. IC Fox wants to know how old my channel is. And hold on, let me interrupt myself here. Why isn't this loading? I've never had this problem before. Just nothing happens. Can I open a project from up here? Hold on. Usually there's like a welcome screen or something. I don't know what's going on here. That was weird. Let's see if this loads. A few more questions. Oh, I'm sorry, IC Fox. I interrupted myself there. My channel, I believe I made it January 2012. Anyway, here's the scene that it was trying to load and struggled with. This glow effect. Actually, does Premiere have a built-in glow? Because the plugin I'm using isn't very stable by the looks of it. I'm using HitFilm. What's an alpha glow? I gotta find a native plugin, or not plugin, effect, because what's that? It looks ugly. Why does that look so bad? There's gotta be a simple glow. What's a VR glow? That's not what I'm looking for. Alright, well let's just hope the HitFilm one works. I try not to use third-party plugins because they never work right. For me at least. I don't know why. My favorite 4th gen movie? There's only one G4 movie. You're probably thinking of 4.5 Equestria Girls. Yeah, there's only one G4 movie. Who's my second favorite background pony? It's Derpy, of course. She's like 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. The list goes on. It's all Derpy.
The bottom of this tree disappears.
Alright, let's move on. Let's actually add a new sin to the timeline. I'm making like no progress, but that's okay. You guys are getting like a little bit of an idea of how this works, I hope. And also, I'm getting a chance to answer some questions, so that's all good. Speaking of questions, do I have a favorite season or episode? Giraffes are the coolest asks. Season's probably 4 or 5, which is nice. I'm editing 5 right now. This is a season 5 episode. But episodes, maybe going back to season 2 finale. That was a very big, fun surprise. Oh, this one actually has this sin has a line. Let me find the line. So I got to type in 0 hours, 15 minutes, 24 seconds, and 0 frames.
The main, you get rid of the water.
Yeah. So she tells Spike. Whoa, what happened to her nostrils there? She tells Spike to get rid of the water. It's like, yeah, what's he gonna do? So my sin is just.
Cadence, now is not the time for jokes.
Yeah, pretty simple sin.
Go shut off the main.
I think I'll cut her off right here.
You get rid of the water.
So then I gotta cut to Spike just like not doing anything.
You get rid of the water.
Cadence, now is not the time for jokes.
Oh, actually, hold on.
Water.
Cadence, now is not the time.
All right, so I think as soon as she's done.
Cadence.
So hold on, right here.
Cadence.
Cut her off, and then we're gonna scrub to Spike. Like, what is Spike even doing here? I got a couple sins for Spike right here.
Cadence,
Look at him.
now is not the time for jokes.
Like, I'm speechless. Like, what is Spike even trying to do? He's trying to, like, reverse bail out his boat he's on by putting the water on the table? I don't get it. It hurts my brain to, like, make sense of that. All right, oh, I meant to copy that, not move that. Let's go ahead and copy and paste my subtitles. I'll get back to questions in just a second. I'd like to get at least a couple sins done. Miro, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. They asked, any ships in the show? No, I'm not really a big shipper. I think friend shipping is best shipping.
You get rid of the water.
Cadence, now is not the time for jokes.
All right, you know what? I might actually just show her flying away first. Might as well if I'm having overlap there anyway.
Cadence, now is not the time for jokes.
You know, I've got this, like, theory I should have gone into in the videos that, like, Cadence, she acts so nice to Spike and trusting of Spike. Like, that's a sin earlier on I have. And I wonder if it's all a ruse. Like, she's secretly mocking him. Like, yeah, you get rid of the water.
Cadence, now
And
is
then
not
she
the
flies away. Like, just change the tone of her voice. It would make so much more sense.
Cadence.
You get rid of the water. All right, a couple more questions. Got Any Bits asked, what do I think of this episode, Princess Spike? And that's a good question because I go pretty rough on it in this video, as you'll see when it's eventually never completed. But no, actually going back and watching it over and over and over like I do for these videos, Princess Spike's all right. It's just that Spike acts horrible. Like, if you like Spike, you have to hate this episode. And I don't want to, but the writers really are so cruel to Spike. Like, a recurring sin in this video is how the Spike lies and he's deceptive and he never has any repercussions. He never gets punished, or, like, the only trouble he gets into is, like, coincidental or almost incidental. I don't know. You'll see in the video. I complain a lot about that. Icy Fox asked, do I play Minecraft? Not really anymore, but I do like Minecraft as a game.
Cadence, now's not the time for jokes.
Yeah, I guess this is where I'll leave this in for now, but I do gotta adjust the audio. I meant to copy that. You have to hold down a key to do that, and sometimes I miss it.
The water.
Okay, right here, I'll cut you off, Cadence. Actually, first, let's boost your audio. A little bit there.
You get rid of the water.
Okay, here, I'll cut her off. So I don't know if you can see it on the stream or not, but there's little tiny keyframes here for the audio is how I manage that.
Cadence, now is not the time for jokes.
And Spike here, I can make this nice and quiet because I'm talking over him.
Now is not the time for...
Here, I'll do that a little slower in case anyone's curious. I'm hitting audio gain. And I'm adjusting the gain. Oh, excuse me, I have numbers here.
For jokes.
All right, got the top. Oh, I gotta cut the number. It's so easy to forget a step when adding a sin here, and it's important. You know, if I forget a number, if I forget subtitles, that people notice. You know, rightfully so too. Myro, again, I'm saying the name wrong, I'm sure. They asked, what's it like having to listen to my voice over and over? It's torture.
It's funny because Spike is useless. No, wait, that's not funny at all.
Oh, poor Spike. See, like, that's supposed to be in defense of Spike. You know, like, I try to keep sins very brief, so it's not like I actually have time to talk about, like, my analysis and opinions and all that in these videos. So I try to, like, keep it really nice and brief. Actually, okay, hold on. I'll just continue this video on, I think, because... you know what I better do? I better use this video clip for that next sin and just show Cadence flying away and Spike looking troubled.
Cadence, now is not the time for jokes. It's funny because Spike
this
is
is what I'll use.
useless. No, wait, that's not funny at all.
Yeah, that'll work. Actually, wait, is the cut when my second line?
No, wait.
Okay, I want the cut to be my second line. Let's make it so through the magic of editing. So I'll splice that here, hold, what is it, Control, move that over here. Did that do what I... No, that didn't do what that didn't do what I wanted at all. Let's just move both clips then. But there's like more efficient ways to edit, I'm sure, but I'm not that great of an editor.
Spike is useless. No, wait, that's not funny at all.
See, I have the shot change on the line, so it's also going to match the subtitles, and I don't know, it just feels more, I don't want to say professional, but things like fit together better that way.
At all.
And of course the ding will be here. I'll do that before I forget. Can't forget the ding, it's kind of the basis of the video. Let's see. Oh yeah, and the subtitles. I'm just copying and pasting this from a different screen now.
Spike is useless.
So we'll have that cut. No, there. My leg is falling asleep. The bane of any video editor is a leg falling asleep. And welcome, Jonah, to the first stream. I got into My Little Pony by random chance, actually. I just happened across it in random videos and memes and stuff, and I looked it up on, like, Know Your Meme, and I was like, okay, so it's just some cartoon people are watching? I gotta see what the fuss is all about. And then I, like, binged-watched the entire first 2 seasons.
It's funny because
I say first 2 because that's all that existed at the time.
Spike is useless. No, wait, that's not funny at all.
Alright, that works as a 10, I think. I'm of course gonna go back and check these, like, multiple times, because I always forget something. Like, every single video has at least one noticeable typo, I think. Or some other noticeable problem. It's like unintentional tradition. At least one problem. Oh, this is a good one, but it's going to be a little bit hard to convey. Hold on, let me get back to some more questions. Zareth wants to know how I got my channel name. It's just totally random. Well, I was making an account on Friendship is Magic forums back in, like, 2012. And I was like, okay, I need a pony-sounding name. So I combined My Little Pony and my favorite pony at the time, Fluttershy. So Little Shy just it sounded very pony name-ish. And then I figured, oh, surely someone else thought of that. I better add FIM at the end. So that's where my name came from. And then Icy Foss says, oh, yeah. No problem hugging questions. If they're good questions, they kind of benefit everyone. Maybe other people are curious about the things you're asking.
Cadence stands in the road to watch the castle fill up with water the entire time this scene with Spike plays out.
So this is tricky because this is the shot right here where she's just standing there. Like, just freeze frame that. Like, Cadence, what are you doing? Fix the water. and that's happening while Spike is doing all this, you know? So I have to convey that in the edit somehow.
Wait, that's not funny at all. Cadence
Alright, so I can't rely too much on a freeze frame, because then it's obviously just a freeze frame. You don't really convey the timing.
Cadence stands in the road to watch the castle fill up with...
Actually, that holds for quite a while. She is just standing there for a while. Cadence, what are you doing?
Cadence stands in the road to watch the castle fill up with...
Okay, and here I'll just cut back to Spike to fill the time.
...with water the entire time this scene with...
And then maybe I can finally cut back to Cadence. Hold on, I want to continue on from here. See what that looks like. Actually, first things first, let me adjust the audio for all those clips. Bring it down. I'll do 9 decibels because the water is pretty loud there. Oh, and goodbye, Zareth. So to anybody else asking questions, you have to type out my name or do @LittleShyFIM. That's the only way I'll be able to really see it. Because I just noticed a lot of people are asking questions. I'm totally ignoring because they're not highlighted. So for anyone curious, when you type in someone's name, especially with the @ it becomes highlighted for them. So you don't see it. Actually, I can just show you on screen. So you're like, Griffins are the coolest ass. Do you ever like an episode after... Yes, actually, after like getting into an episode and watching it over and over for one of these videos, yes, usually I like it more after making these videos, which sounds like the opposite would be true because I'm hating on the videos in this, hating on the episodes in the video, but no, I actually find a lot more to appreciate about an episode. Even this one, you know, Princess Spike. It's kind of an infamous episode. A lot of people tend to hate this one. But I kind of like it. The only problem is Spike's an idiot in this one, but he's always an idiot in his episodes. Besides that, I thought it was an alright episode. Alright, we got a bunch of questions. What made me want to do Sins videos? Just inspired by Cinema Sins. I just thought that, hey, let's make it ponified. My favorite main 6 and Princess. Derpy, 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 and Princess Derpy. No, I like all the main 6, and I like Princess Luna. And LPS Monster Pod, this is Princess Spike. My Wavy Wolf, what's my favorite non-pony character? That's a good question, actually. I don't know if I have one. Like, maybe I have a few. None even come to mind at the moment. Star asks, oh, no, it wasn't a question, but thank you. Thanks for watching, Star Rat. Okay, wow, I'm going to be here all day. I'm looking over these questions. I see Fox wants to know what I think of the My Little Pony movie. I thought the movie was alright. It was fun, you know, and that's kind of all a movie can be. I feel like it was mostly just fun because I'm a fan. I feel like objectively the movie wasn't very good, but it was fun to see on the big screen, if that makes any sense. And Skeleton Sniper, am I going to continue doing everything wrong with until season 9? I don't know. That's years away. We'll see how it goes, I suppose. I am kind of in it for the long haul. Long haul. Wow. So I am planning on making videos for a while, but I don't know how long. And I apologize. I'm gonna have to take a break from these questions. look at my screen. This is what it looks like when you guys tag me. It's just all questions. So I'll come back to some a little bit later. Let me get a couple sins done.
Cadence stands in the road to watch the castle fill up with water the entire time this scene with Spike plays out.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to cut back to her standing there. Because that'll... Oh, I meant to copy that. So, yeah, this will, like, really convey that she's just standing there. Especially if I cheat. Let's try cheating. Let's stretch out this clip. Let's see how that looks. I got to remove the audio. It's going to sound bad.
With Spike plays out.
All right, what if I interpolate that?
Spike
frames?
plays out.
Yeah, that kind of works.
Spike
She's
plays
just
out.
standing there. I mean, if you look closely, you can probably guess that these frames look a little bit weird because I stretched it out. But
Cadence stands in the road to watch the castle fill up with water the entire time this scene with Spike plays out.
that works. All right, let's add the ding. I think we're done with this sin. It's like, oh, excuse me, one sin out of like 40-something always. All right, let me copy over the subtitles. I think I'm just going to do this all in one big subtitle. Usually I break it up for comedic timing and all that, but this one works as it is.
Cadence stands in the road to watch the castle fill up with water the entire time this scene with Spike plays out.
Can I stretch the scene with Spike any longer? No, I can't. Not really, at least. All right, that's fine.
Spike plays out.
Did I forget the... Yep, I forgot the number. Wow, that's the one I keep forgetting. So let's go ahead and make this 27. And we're up to 28. What is this one? Oh yeah, this one's just a water hammer joke. If you don't know what water hammer is, go look it up. It's interesting. Physics and stuff. So that'll be the clip, I think. Let's go ahead and stretch that out. Actually, yeah, that'll work.
Meanwhile, at the other side of town,
I do have to lower the audio.
a massive water hammer wreaks havoc.
Pretty simple sin. I think I'll leave it just like that. Just gotta add the number. I wonder if most of this I could automate somehow with like scripts or something. Even like, because all I gotta do is associate all the subtitles with the audio file. Like, it doesn't have to be synced or anything. Actually, I guess it doesn't really work because some of them are broken up. So yeah, for this one, for example, I'm gonna start. Meanwhile, at the other side of town.
At the other side of town,
Okay, right at the A. And paste this.
a massive water hammer wreaks havoc.
All right, moving right along. These are some easier sins, thankfully. Maybe we'll get to 30. All right, I will take a short break from editing. I'll look at some questions. Muscle Potato, I don't hate Spike. I like Spike, I just don't like Spike episodes. I think I can say that pretty for sure. Aqua Girl, whatever. Yes, can do best gift ever. I don't know. It's possible. Maybe if I get the free time, I'll work on that next. I'm gonna skip ahead to other questions. Let's see. Wait, what? Brony Twiley? Who have many pony plushies? I have some pony plushies. I don't have a camera plugged in, so I'm not gonna show them off right now. But let's just say I have quite a few. Wavy Wolf. I'm not a sports person. Penny Tatter. What's my favorite MLP song? I mean, like Archie music is playing now. I like Archie. Not only is the music good, but also Creative Commons license, meaning it's okay for me to play this on YouTube. I'm not going to get a copyright strike, hopefully. I don't even know if you can hear that in the background. I have it intentionally low. Yeah, I'm not going to say your name, last name Snyder. Wait, is it just Michaela? I can say Michaela. Best student 6. I don't think I have one. I really don't like the students. It's like, I don't want to hate them either. I just feel like they haven't got enough time to be fleshed out. Like, they still feel like new characters to me that are just there. I don't know. They haven't really made an impression on me yet. Garrison says I should make a live stream just for reading the chat. That is a good question. I mean, that is a good idea to do a Q&A chat where it's just questions, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do any editing. So all right, here let's try switching things up a little bit. I'm going to edit a couple more sins, and how about we try for now just editing related questions or video technical questions. Let's try to be more specific. Just, I don't know, give it a theme. If you don't have a video editing question, that's fine. Just stay quiet. We'll go back to normal questions a little bit later. That's all right. So let me do one or two more sins while I wait for you guys to ask.
Spike has 8 whole seconds to decide.
Oh, this is a good sin, because it's like a classic TV trope problem where Spike, well, for those who don't remember, he sneezes on the statue, and he has no reason to sneeze on the statue. Look, he could sneeze over here, he could sneeze over here, he could sneeze over there, but no, he has to sneeze right here. And as the sin says, he has 8 seconds to decide.
At least the statue's okay.
Let's see, where does he start? Right here he starts. Okay, so let's put that in here. Might be able to just use this entire clip. Let's see how it looks. I will lower the audio.
Spike has 8 whole seconds to decide not to sneeze on the statue, but he does so anyway because he is terrible.
I think we can use this. I'm going to move it over a little bit more. Actually, yeah, it was pretty good where it was, actually. Let's leave it there. Now let's bring over the number and a subtitle. Oh, why does it do that? I want to copy that, not move it. All right. Copy this. Hey, Spike has 8 whole seconds to decide not to sneeze on the statue. Okay, well, I'll cut that off before but.
Spike has 8 whole seconds to decide not to sneeze on the statue.
Okay, the butt's right there. But he does so anyway, because he is terrible. I hope people don't take that the wrong way. In this episode, I call him terrible over and over and over, and it's supposed to be like a running joke. Really? I'm calling the writer for Spike terrible. Like, Spike himself, I like Spike. I just think his episodes are horrible.
But he does so anyway because he is terrible.
Okay, there's the ding. Making decent progress. Can't forget the number, though. Oh, we're almost to Sin 30, guys. And you know what that means? Only like 10 or so away from the 40-ish goal. I think this one's 40. Is it 42? It is 42. It's the meaning of the life or whatever the joke is. All right, number 30. This is a sin about Fancy Pants, his failure as a leader.
Twilight said to stop working.
I think this one will just be my... Yeah, it's already pretty long, so I'm not going to have him talk in it or anything. All right, let's go back to the chat and see if we have any video editing related questions. I tried to make it like a topic. Jacqueline or Jaslyn? Anyway, asked what program to use to edit. So right now I'm in Adobe Premiere. I also use After Effects and Photoshop. Was there another one? No, I think it's just those 3 I usually use for making videos. So like After Effects is the more complicated stuff, like special effects and compositing and all that, and then you would bring that here into Premiere for more traditional editing. And then of course Photoshop is for still images. Any other questions? All right, I'm looking for video related questions. All right, maybe that's not going to work. Maybe I'm not going to make it topic based. So Icy Fox, why does my voice sound different in Sins videos than editing? So right now it shouldn't sound different. I'm using the same microphone. I'm about the same distance away. Is it just because I talk a little bit differently? Is it just because of that? Because other than that, I don't think it should sound any differently. I might be talking lower because I'm kind of just relaxed, like, I'm just talking casually, as opposed to as if I was recording a video like William Shatner or whatever. That's the only difference I can think of, Icy Fox. Like, in person, I might sound different because of the proximity effect. If I'm really close to my microphone, it sounds much more, I think the word is compressed, maybe not. I'm not an audio engineer, but it definitely sounds different when you sit close to your mic. Oh, did I? Oh, good catch, Zarif. Did I miss a sin at the water hammer joke? Did I? No, I think I got that one. Yeah, it's 27. Goes to 28.
Spike has...
Don't make me question my sanity. It's not hard to do. Pokegirl Sky, I'm sorry, I got shy in the mind. They ask if Sony Vegas is any good. So first of all, Sony actually sold out. It doesn't belong to Sony anymore. I think it's Magix or whatever. Other than that, I've heard good things. A lot of people use it, so yeah, sure, give it a try. You can get it pretty cheap on Humble Bundle usually. Garrison, if I had a face cam for the Sins videos, like, you mean like my face right here? I don't see what that would offer. That's just another thing to worry about. I got to worry about lighting. I got to worry to make sure I look okay. My hair isn't all weird. Face cam is just another thing to worry about, which is why I don't have one on now. I don't think there's any reason to have that in the Sins videos. But I have thought about doing something different with the Sins videos. Maybe in another season or so a few more months, I'll change something up. I don't know. We'll figure something out. All right, let's get back. Let's see if we can finish a couple more Sins here. Then I'll get back to questions. And for anyone who was waiting patiently, I guess we're not doing video editing specific questions anymore. Feel free to shout out anything that might be interesting. But first, before I get to that, let's do a couple more Sins. I got to make some progress here.
Fancy Pants already knew about the waterman and untrimmed trees, meaning he's partially responsible for not acting on this information before disaster broke out. Either that, or he just needed to know this to wrap up the episode.
Okay, so I'll just hope the viewers, which is you guys, takes my word for that. I'm not going to take the time to show every line that Fancy Pants says to imply what I'm saying is true, because that would take a while. This scene's already pretty long. Speaking of it being long, let's go ahead and get the subtitles going. Okay, so I'll end after trees.
Fancy Pants already knew about the waterman and untrimmed trees.
Okay, so meaning he's partially responsible for not acting on this information. Okay, I'll do before disaster broke out. I'll do the whole line.
Meaning he's partially responsible for not acting on this information before disaster broke out.
And then, of course, we cut to the real sin.
Either that, or he just needed to know this to wrap up the episode.
That's the real sin, you know? Alright, that's that. Let's go ahead and end the ding. I'm just kind of visually adding it at the end of my waveform here. And that's number 30. Yay! Nice round number there. Alright, what's next? 31. After this one, I'll get back to questions. How's that sound?
People who do bad things in bad faith, then apologize only when it blows up in their face, are the worst kind of people.
So yeah, this sin is where I really start to go harsh on Spike. Because, again, Spike is really bad in this episode, and this episode's lesson is really bad too. It's like, it rewards Spike for doing really bad things, which doesn't make any sense. It almost feels like 2 episodes crammed into one that didn't really work out.
I'm so sorry all this happened.
Okay, I think that's the line. We'll use that. I think there's another time he says something about good intentions, and I have a different sin for that.
I'm so sorry all this happened.
Okay, so I'll cut him off mid-clip here. Actually, did I adjust the audio yet? No. Bump that up to 9. And lower it again. Get something like this.
I'm so sorry all this happened.
People who do bad things in bad faith, then apologize only when it blows up in their face.
All right. Oh, the ding's not. Why is the ding there? Did I put the ding there? Why did I put the ding there? Usually that's the last thing I do. Anyway, I'm going to have this stay on Spike. So after it cuts to Fancy Pants, let's replace that with some shot with Spike. Spike, where are you? He leaves. All right, so we'll go backwards in time here. Spike, come back. Really? Am I going to have to... I'm going to look for it elsewhere. Hold on. Oh, you know, I am missing one. Hold on. Is this the...
In bad.
Nope, not you. Hold on, this one.
Know this to wrap up the episode.
All right, so this is where I was going to add a joke. Let's see how it fits. Hold on. Working backwards now. I was making progress, and I'm going back to other sins. I wanted to add one soundbite to this one. It's in the script, at least. I don't have to do it. It's my own script. I do what I want.
Been prevented.
So it's right when he says this could have been prevented.
Decisions.
Hold on. Just give me a moment.
The episode.
This
All right, so I actually... As soon as my sentence ends here... let's go ahead and add that there. And this is going to be moved to the end as well.
Episode.
This all could have been prevented.
Okay, so the ding will actually be here instead. So this makes timing a little more difficult. Usually I do the timing when I record the audio. Here I'm just going to kind of guess where the ding goes. I think it's pretty close. Let's see. Subtitle ends there. Number ends at the ding.
Wrap up the episode.
This all could have been prevented.
Alright, I think that ding was a little bit too quick there. A little bit too quick on the dinger. Let's move this over as well. A lot of fine adjustments here.
All could have been prevented.
Alright, so I will adjust the audio as well. Alright, after this, I'll get back to some questions. Just bear with me a moment. You guys have a lot of questions, and a lot of good ones too, so I appreciate that. Let's see how this sounds.
Wrap up the episode.
This all could have been prevented.
Yep, that's the sin. I think I'll make it a little bit shorter, but that's it. Alright, back to questions. No face cam today, I just don't feel like it. Do I play Gotcha Life? Stop motion asks. I don't know what that is. Cat Shearer, Aloha Girl says, amazing, awesome work, thank you very much. Can we see the whole thing from the start, Zarafats? We can try. I tried a little bit of that earlier. I do have a plug-in earlier in the timeline that freezes Premiere. So a little bit later, we can try watching what we have so far. You guys can get an exclusive sneak peek. Usually I release it a couple days earlier for patrons, but ooh, you guys can see it before the patrons. How does that sound? Yeah, we'll do that a little bit later, I think. Could I change the border color different? Oh, the overlay border, you mean? I might change. I don't know. Red is kind of my trademark, you know. Probably not blue, as you suggest, but maybe it will change, like for the next season or something in a few months. Jacelyn, I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. They ask, what's your least favorite part of editing? The monotony, I suppose. Editing can be fun when like things are coming together, you know, and it's like creating something out of nothing. It sometimes feels like, but yeah, there's a lot of monotony involved, especially when it's just little fine adjustments like the sin counter, the subtitles, that sort of stuff is boring as heck. But Wavy Wolf, do I play Roblox? Nope, don't play Roblox. I think I've tried a long time ago when I was a little kid, but not anymore. Garrison says every 3 sins I should look at the comments for a suggestion. Wait, did you guys hear a beep? Like I have a fire alarm going off. No, I don't know what that was. Probably a family member. Pablo asks, what's your opinion on the writers killing off Sombra again? That's the thing. He's not really dead, is he? we know he can disintegrate and come back, so it's not like he's actually dead. So yeah, I don't know about that. And Matthew says, thanks for doing this. It's interesting to see, or they say it's fascinating to see this. And yeah, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you find that fascinating, because editing is very boring. So if you find editing fascinating, you're one of the few people who who could actually probably do this sort of thing. All right. Let's move this back where it's supposed to be. Oh, actually, this is supposed to be after that line.
I'm so sorry all this happened.
Hold on. Something's wrong here. It just looks off.
This all could have been prevented.
I'm so sorry all this happened.
I think it lingers on Fancy Pants too long here, so I'm going to cut him off quicker.
I'm so sorry all this happened.
People who do bad things in bad.
All right, I think we're all good there. Let's add the subtitles. All right, Ender Wolf asks, who do you think should get more episodes solely focused on them? I like the main 6 still. Like, people might disagree with me and think the main 6 have too many episodes, but no, I wanna see more main 6 centric episodes. I don't know. I'm trying to think who else. Like, any character in the show I think could use episodes. Man, should I check on what that beeping sound is? Can you guys hear that?
People who do bad things.
All right, let's copy over that. People who do bad things. Should this be all one line? I don't know. I think it's too long. Okay, people who do bad things.
People who do bad things.
Then we'll do in bad faith. Yeah, we'll keep it nice and short so it's easy to read.
Bad faith, then
okay.
Faith, then
Alright, I think this will work in terms of subtitles.
apologize only when it blows up in their face.
Sometimes I like to do the subtitles first thing, and then I have like a baseline for the timing and the flow of the edit, you know? Like, I try not to have just one clip for the whole sin. I try to keep it interesting.
This happened.
People who do bad things in bad faith.
Alright, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta check on some noise I keep hearing. So I'll be right back. Bear with me. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I think we have like a fire alarm or whatever. It has like a dead battery, so it's chirping. Someone's working on it. My dad's fixing the batteries or whatever. Anyway, if you hear a beeping, nothing to be alarmed. Do you guys hear interference with my microphone? It's a separate problem now. Everything's going down at once. My microphone sometimes has interference problems. And I just gotta move the cable around or something. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's bugging me. Anyway, hopefully the music drowns out the interference I have on my microphone right now. Why is it... Hold on. Anyway, alright. Let's do a few more sins, a few more questions, and I think I'm going to call it a night. Because once I stop streaming, I can actually get some progress done on this. I'm a little bit distracted.
People who do bad things in bad...
Okay, so I just need a shot of Spike. I think that's where I left off. So right here should work. Hopefully. Where's Spike? Spike! Someone asked, what do I do in my spare time besides editing? Edit more. No. I don't know. I'm a little bit into computers, I guess you could say. Like, I built my own computer. Sometimes I do maintenance on that. Recently, I've started like phone maintenance. I've actually replaced the non-replaceable battery in my phone, so that's kind of almost a hobby in itself. All right, I've gone way too far back with this spike clip here. This is what I'm looking for right here. So let's set the endpoint to here.
Well,
Yeah, do you guys hear a problem with the microphone? I think it's starting to go away, but I have to look into a new microphone or a new cable or something for it.
Had faith, then apologize only when it
Okay, let's lower the volume.
blows up in their face are the worst kind of people.
I think that'll work. I mean, it cuts to them, but no big deal. So let's go ahead and add a ding. Ding. Wait, I already had this edited?
People.
No, I didn't. I have to add 31. Someone asked, what changes would I do if Hasbro or MLP belong to me? That's like a fantasy I have. Is like, let's do a GoFundMe, raise a whole bunch of money, and then use that money to buy the rights to My Little Pony G4 and keep G4 going forever. Yeah. What would I do though? I don't know. I would probably just hire the good writers, like M.A. Larson specifically. Like, I would let Larson run the show, I think, and pay him whatever he needs or whatever I can get my hands on to pay him.
People who do bad things in bad faith.
Oh, hold on. Do we have a random frame here? Yeah, we do have a random frame. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but we're having low battery smoke detector problems out in the hall. Anyway, where's the frame? It must be here. So let me move this over. I think that's what I'm looking
In
for.
bad faith, then apologize only when it blows up in their face are the worst kind of people.
I don't like how it cuts to Fancy Pants. I wish it stayed on Spike. So let me cut Spike somewhere in the middle here. And then look for a different clip of Spike, I guess. Actually, I got an idea. I'm hating on Spike here, right? So I gotta show a clip of him looking bad. If I show him looking like remorseful or sad or whatever, it just won't work. Yeah, right here. Oh, that's sad. I can't use sad. I need him laying back, being all lazy and greedy. That'll work. That's perfect.
Blows up in their face are the worst kind of people.
Spike is the worst kind of person. And I just know people are going to comment, oh, but they're not people, they're ponies. Well, no, Spike's a dragon, but I get caught in that sometimes. No, they are people. They're cartoon characters, but they're still people. Someone asked, would I continue G4 or accept that it has to end? Yeah, I guess it has to end. But no, with your previous question, if I owned My Little Pony, no, I would just spend more money for better writers and just keep the show going on forever, even though it's not really possible, you know? I don't know.
Blows up.
Oh, goodbye, Zarif. And Garrison, I'm probably going to stop streaming momentarily. A few more minutes I think I'll stream for. I'll hopefully get through some more of these questions. The Brony Historian asked any epic convention tips for someone's first convention. Let's see. Like, prepare, you know, plan ahead. Find out where you're picking up badges and what time everything is, you know. Just plan as much as you can ahead of time. I think a lot of the logistics I would worry about most are stuff like, you know, like the hotel and transportation, but that's all stuff you can hopefully figure out from home. The con itself, I don't know, kind of depends how big of a con it is and all that, but yeah, just plan ahead is the simple advice. Alright, this is Synth 32. I need about 17-minute mark here.
Let Princess
Oh, this is a good one.
Twilight give Canterlot a bad name in the eyes of Equestrian.
Okay, so I'm gonna play that clip I just showed. It's really bugging me. I don't know if you guys can hear it. There's a very high-pitched noise in my microphone. I hear it. I hope you guys don't, but you might. Anyway, it's bugging me. It's hard to concentrate with it going on. And I've always had little interference problems with this microphone. I think it's because the cable I have running is really long. It's not the OEM cable or whatever. It's a different cable I got. I think it's like picking up radio signals or something. I don't know. Gotta look into that. So for my videos, when I record videos, I do noise cancellation, and that helps a lot. That seems to fix it. But for live streams like this, actually, you know what? You guys probably don't hear it because I recently turned on a noise suppression filter on OBS, so I have no idea what I sound like to you guys. But hopefully that fixes the problem I have on my end.
Me too. I'll not let.
Okay, where does he start? Right here. So yeah, that's that. You guys don't hear the high-pitched noise because I have noise suppression on. I've never used OBS noise suppression.
I'll not let Princess Twilight give Canterlot a bad name in the eyes of Equestria.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, you want to hear where this is going?
Now, let's form a lynch mob and literally storm her castle to restore our good name.
Equestria. Give Canterlot a bad name in the
Should I cut him off a bad name?
in the eyes of Equestria.
Nah, I think I'll cut him off on Equestria. Oh, goodbye, whoever's leaving.
Now, let's form a lynch mob and literally storm her castle to restore our good name.
All right, I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit more on that one, but I think that's gonna work how it is.
Now, let's form a lynch mob and literally storm her castle to restore our...
I think on Storm Her
Literally
Castle.
storm...
Yeah, on Storm Her Castle, I'll cut to them storming the castle. Where am I? There they are, going up the castle. So Neuroshine asks a good video editing question about green screen ponies. How did I go about making them, and how did I get it to work with Rainbow's mane? Well, that's the thing. Rainbow Dash's mane isn't a gradient. It's actually very limited in colors. It looks colorful, but it's pastel colors, so it's not, it's very simple to key out or key in, that sort of thing.
Restore our good name.
Okay, let's lower the volume on that. But yeah, most of the time for green screen ponies, I do keying. I'll usually key all the colors. I mean, look at Spike right here, for example. You have the fill color, this purple, the outline color, this purple, then the fill for his spines, and the outline for his spines, and then again for his ear, spine things, and then what's this on his belly? A couple colors for his eyes, and then you're done. Like, you just keyed all the colors of Spike, and just unless there's other colors in the scene that match, that's all you got to do. Sometimes there's some cleanup involved, but that's basically how I used to make green screen ponies. For those who don't know, I made green screen ponies a long time ago. It was one of my first big pony projects. One of my first big pony projects at all, actually. It's kind of how I got into the fandom.
Her castle to restore our good name.
All right, that works. I like that, Sin. Let's go ahead and add the ding. Oh, I got the little loading symbol for a second. I thought it was going to crash. Got to just constantly save. That's the Adobe way. It's just save all the time. I got to drink some water. There we go. This stream is sponsored by bottled water. EMS's Epic Animations asks, how long does it take to make a Cinemare Sins video? So I spend like 2 weeks off and on, not constantly obviously, but about 2 weeks I spread out the script writing phase where I'll just watch the episode over and over and over and over and over and write down my ideas and sins and all that. And then I kind of refine that into a more coherent script, the separated sins and all that. And then I'll record in a day, and I'll just kind of dedicate a day to recording. But usually I also do some editing at the end of that day. And then editing, again, like I am now, takes a couple days. So I recorded this, wait, what day is it today? I recorded this like 2 days ago, I think. Or was it, no, was it just yesterday? I think I recorded this yesterday. Wow, time flies. Anyway, or no, time doesn't fly, I should say. I recorded this yesterday, got some editing done. As you can see, I'm up to Sin 32. I would have a lot more progress done, but I'm like stalling. I'm answering questions and stuff. But so yeah, a couple days to edit, and then at that point, it's usually roughly the time to upload and make it public. I usually upload it as soon as it's done, unlisted for patrons and also other friends and stuff. It's not really a Patreon exclusive, but I do like to reward those who support my Patreon in that way. So I try to give it to them first. But like I said earlier, if you guys stick around, I guess you'll be able to see it first if I show some of it. All right, let's finish this in here.
Now, let's form a lynch mob and literally...
Yeah, obviously that subtitle has to change. I think I'll just leave it all one subtitle because, excuse me, there's not really any comedic timing here. That's the joke.
Now, let's form a lynch mob and literally storm her castle to restore our good name.
Yeah, that'll work. Did I miss any numbers? No, we're good. So story, actually that's a good suggestion. I thought about doing something like that, and I wondered, I don't really know how they work. I'll have to look into that. But it's good you gave me a name, the ferrite chokes. I didn't know that's what they were called. I knew those things did something like that, but I never knew how they worked. All right, that was Sin 32. Let's, I think I'll answer a few more questions and then wrap things up. How does that sound? I'm trying to think, since this is a video editing stream, I mean, there's not much to say. You know, obviously I have my assets in this bin. These are all the sins, the timeline, the viewer, and then the editor, the trimmer, or whatever it's called. Editing is tedious. It's more simple than people think, I think. Like, this looks complicated to people who have never seen Premiere before, but really, you know, it's all self-explanatory. Like, oh, what's this button do? Oh, it plays. You know, like the more confusing stuff you don't really have to know until later on, actually. So yeah, I guess there isn't much I could do in terms of showing how I edit, because it's just like, oh yeah, here's the subtitle, here's the sin counter. I could explain the overlays. So the green one is actually the actual overlay. I have the timer, the sin counter text, and the red bars baked in, I guess you could say. And then underneath that is this adjustment layer, which is the blur. So I don't know how easily you can see it or not, but it's a little bit of blur underneath the red borders there. Just a little added touch, a little more complexity, but I think it's for the best. So yeah, that's that. I don't know what else. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to explain the editing stuff because this is an editing stream, but I'm really just answering questions. Speaking of questions, why do you keep asking me if I hate Spike? I like Spike. I know it's like, I know you're a different person, but people keep asking, why do I hate Spike so much? And I'm actually okay with hating on Spike in this video because I actually like him. So it's just his episodes are horrible. I keep saying that. And Noise Cycle asks, am I thinking about doing more of these types of streams? The answer is I actually hope to do a stream similar to this every month. I had one earlier this month only because I missed the month before, but I hope to do some sort of stream every month, usually involving Q&A. If you're interested in this sort of thing, check out my channel. There's a playlist of monthly streams. You can go back and watch any you might have missed. But yeah, hope to see you guys again next month. I don't know what I'll be doing. Maybe editing, maybe something else completely different, but it should be fun. Anyway, that sounds like a closing. I'm not closing yet. And yeah, Neuroshine asks, you've used HitFilm, right? If so, what made you switch? I kept getting frame rate problems in HitFilm. HitFilm would not play nice with veritable bitrate My Little Pony episodes. And it's weird because I was editing with the same episodes for years, and then just one day, I don't know if the iTunes rip changed, you know, Yay Ponies, I don't know if that changed, or if HitFilm changed something, but one way or another, you can go back and watch my videos before I made the switch to Adobe, and they are very, very choppy, like noticeably like 10 frames per second choppy. It's horrible. And the only solution I could think of was to convert everything ahead of time, and that would add hours to the workflow, and it's just a waste and more files to manage. Again, it's just a waste of time and space. So I made the switch completely to Adobe, and as you can see, Adobe not only handles the My Little Pony episodes just fine, but it's got a lot more tools and control. Like, I love the frame interpolation. Interpolation? Yeah. I love the optical flow thing. It doesn't always work, but it's great for, like, slowing stuff down. Like I did earlier. I explained it earlier. Where was that one? Here. No, that's not the one. Where was it? It was when Cadence was just standing around. That was the joke. Oh, man, did I pass it? It was a really good example because I stretched out Cadence standing here. Yeah, so I'll play this in again. I know if you were here for a while, you saw this already, but...
Cadence stands in the road to watch the castle fill up with water the entire time this scene with Spike plays out.
So that shot right there was actually stretched out, and then I used optical flow time interpolation to, like, make it look less stretched out, so the water kind of flows in real time.
Plays out.
So little tricks like that I could never do in HitFilm, and I love adding little details like that. Anyway, a couple more questions, and I think I'm going to end the stream. But yeah, I do hope to do stuff like this again. You get it? Okay. Oh, episodes I haven't... oh, you actually... Thank you for telling me how to pronounce your name, Miro. Unpopular opinions on episodes? Maybe most of... Not most. Maybe a lot of Season 8 I thought was really bad. Like the Season 8 finale I really, really didn't like. And I flip-flopped. So I should clarify. In my review I did on another channel, I actually gave it a 7.5 out of 10. And then later I gave it like a 4. So I flip-flopped because... I'm actually still not sure why, but my current stance is that episode was terrible. And yes, Garrison, I do plan. So for anyone wondering, I'm going to show what I have, the progress I have so far. The reason I'm hesitant to is because I think it's going to freeze up midway, but we'll try it anyway. I think we'll do that next, actually. Just a couple more questions, maybe. Jessica asks, what's up? Not much, Jessica. Nightmare asks, I love your videos, and I want you to keep doing them for as long as you're happy doing them. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you. That's not a question. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't really plan to stop anytime soon. Like I said earlier, I'm in it for the long haul. That's the whole reason I'm doing this monthly schedule with the Cinemare Sins, is because at a monthly schedule, not only is it easier for me to continue making them, but I think it's also going to be less intrusive for other people. Like, I remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but a long time ago when I first started doing these, I actually made a Cinemare Sins video every week. It was like a weekly thing. Actually, I think it was more frequently than that. I was making them as fast as I could churn them out. And at the beginning, people liked them. They were getting a lot of views. You know, it was working. And then over time, every time they get posted to Equestria Daily, people would comment, "Why are you posting this crap? We're tired and sick of seeing this." And, you know, all that sort of negative stuff, which is like, oh, people hate my videos. But, you know, at first I thought, like, oh, I should stop making these. People don't like them. But then I had the idea just to slow down a little bit. And that was like, I'm so glad I did that, because if I stopped, I don't know. I'd probably continue with green screen ponies and pony in real life and all that. But the only reason Cinemare Sins is so, I don't want to say like popular or big, but the only reason I have the subscribers I do, I think, is because I said to myself, no, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to slow down and schedule things and be a little more methodical about this and plan out the future of this series. Because, you know, of course, when I first started off Cinemare Sins, I didn't have a future. It was just a silly, fun thing, you know, and I never thought I'd be making this many. Which, speaking of which, we hit episode 100 recently, so yay. And also 6 years I've been doing this. It's crazy. It's almost depressing to think about. But yeah, lots of nice comments here. Thank you guys. Do I ever get sick to my own voice when editing? I think someone asked this already, and the answer is yes, of course. Wait, EMIS is not EMS? Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. Thank you again. You guys are all saying such nice things. They're not questions though, so I don't want to read your nice compliments out loud. That's awkward. I'm looking for questions. Have I ever met the voice team of MLP? No, I don't think I've ever met anyone who does voices. I don't really go out of my way to meet the staff and the voice actresses and actors and all that. Like I would like to, but I feel like it'd just be awkward. So I stay away from them. All right, I think we're going to do it. I think I'm going to try playing what we got so far here and then call it a night. I'm going to stop streaming and hopefully get some progress done. And again, this might freeze halfway, but we should see a few sins at least. Oh, at least. Let me go ahead and pause my music. So shout out to Archie Music. He is the unofficial sponsor of this stream. The only reason I'm playing his music is because I know he won't copyright strike me, so thank you to him. So yeah, let's go ahead and play. Let's see what we got here. Again, this is unfinished, so keep that in mind.
This all could have been prevented.
At tonight's welcome reception, Princess Cadence will dedicate this beautiful friendship statue.
But I'm gonna steal her glory and perform the reveal here and now. Hasbro, that's not very princess-like. Tilt shift effect makes Castle look as small as the toy. Spike getting hit by a door cliché. This is how Twilight always arrives at home after attending one of her princess parties.
Can I count on you to...
Cadence's misplaced trust in Spike is one of the show's more confusing recurring themes. Tree Trimmer would normally be using a wood chipper, but ever since the incident, Marge Gunderson wouldn't allow it while she's in town. This is the only tree that's not swaying, because otherwise it would be more difficult to animate Spike standing on it. How inconvenient that Canterlot is suddenly full of Chekhov's sneeze trees that specifically affect dragons on the same day the only dragon in Canterlot has an important task to carry out. Jackhammer operated by magic is both efficient and racist. Also, Worker randomly jackhammers next to a broken water main that should have been shut off long ago.
But there is no summit without Princess Twilight.
Actually, the summit is ongoing while she sleeps.
We're both supposed to give speeches about our local economies in 5 minutes.
All right, if that's how she wants it. But if something happens, it ain't my fault.
r/malicious compliance, the episode. Spike then spent the rest of the day crawling back up the stairs.
Princess Spike.
Roll credits. Marge Pony wears winter clothing to match her film character, despite it being inappropriate attire. Inappropriate for the season, of course, but also for not wearing pants.
What am I supposed to do?
Ask someone else in the chain of command? Another princess, maybe? Even Fancy Pants is in an organization position. Instead, Spike's first response is to lie his way through things because he is terrible.
Sure be ashamed to see something like a scheduling issue create a nasty old rift between Minneapolis and Ponyville.
Why Ponyville, though? The other delegate is from Manhattan, and the event is hosted by Canterlot. Twilight's not the princess of Ponyville, but even if she was, this is a summit matter that has nothing to do with the small farm town. Did Spike find a way to reschedule the meetings off-screen, or were they scheduled to meet while Twilight was sleeping and Spike had to go in her stead anyway? You're supposed to cross your fingers while telling the lie, not shortly after. Spike can't even lie right. Also, Spike is kind of terrible.
But it's not like anything bad happened.
Do you think A, the episode ends here? B, something good happens? Or C, something bad happens? The
All right,
Rube
Premiere
Goldberg
froze.
series of disaster.
I had a feeling that would happen. There's a plugin at that point in time. It always seems to freeze Premiere. I don't know why. I might not be able to do the little glow effect that was there. Anyway, that's going to conclude this stream, I believe. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and keeping me company while I do some boring editing. I didn't make a whole lot of progress tonight during the stream, unfortunately, but I will get to this tonight and also tomorrow, and hopefully be on schedule. Should be going live on the 1st. Yeah, if you'd like to see it possibly a little bit early, be sure to check out my Patreon. You can get access to that for only $1 a month. You know, that's like the lowest I could go, really. But yeah, I appreciate your viewership, and I hope to see you on the 1st, if not sooner. So thanks for watching. Goodbye, everyone.